Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller for Jessie James Beads, and we are going to create a dangle bracelet using some of the beads from the Marina Trench bead mix from the June Magical Mystery Bead Box, Octopus's Garden, and some links from the Chain Reaction. For tools, you're going to need a couple pairs of chain nose pliers, a round nose plier, and some cutters. For supplies, you're going to need a few eye pins, or if you just want to make your own eye pins with wire, some head pins, a lobster clasp, and an extension chain or any other type of closure you want to use. From the mixes, I'm going to use 3 of the cube beads. I'm going to use 2 pearls on each side. I'm going to use a chain length in between each set of components, and then we're going to make some dangles with some of the cylinder beads and some of the bicones. The first thing I want to do are make my dangles for my strands here that I have. I'm going to do 1 cylinder here and attach it directly to the link. I'm going to do a cylinder here and attach it directly to the link. I'm going to do a bicone on this side and a bicone on this side. With one of the head pins, I am going to thread on one of the cylinder beads. I'm going to come in with a pair of chain nose pliers and give it a 90-degree angle bend. With my round nose pliers, I'm going to come in and form that wire over the top barrel, rotate my wrist, push that to the back, and then get that wire all nice and centered. I'm going to take my link here and I'm going to thread that through. After I have that threaded through, I'm going to put the tip of my chain nose pliers over the top. I'm going to lock that in place, grab my second pair of chain nose pliers, and wrap around 3 times for a good secure fit. After my 3 wraps, I'm going to come in with my cutters, cover that end so it doesn't go flying, and give it a little bit of a trim. I'm going to bring back that second pair of chain nose pliers and just tuck in that end that we just trimmed. And now we have our first dangle. I'm going to continue on with this length of chain and also do the other side and come back for the connecting of our other components. Now that we have our dangles all done, it's time to start making our other components. So we are going to have one on this end, one on this end, and one in the middle, and then one on this end. I have eye pins here. The first thing I want to do is open up one of my eye pins, and I'm going to use 2 of my pliers to do that. I'm going to thread on one of the pieces we made and close up that eye pin. I'm now going to thread on one of the pearls, one of the square beads, and another pearl. And we're going to make a simple loop on this end. To do that, I am going to fold this over. Just fold it over my thumbnail. Come in about 1/4 inch. Give that a little bit of a trim. Come in with your round nose pliers and roll, roll, roll until your loop is all nice and tidy and closed. What I want to do is I want to add my extender chain on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up this end and attach it directly to my loop and get that nice and closed off tightly. I'm going to do the same thing on this end for the middle section, and I am going to open up my eye pin, attach it to my link, close it up, make sure it's nice and closed, add one of the pearls, add one of the square beads, add another pearl, And then I'm going to form that over my thumbnail. I just form it over my thumbnail. Come in about 1/4 inch. And make your loop. Now you're going to open that up again so that you can attach it to this side. And close it up. Make sure you get that closed up nice and tightly. Now we're going to do our last section. We're going to open up our eye pin, attach it to the end of the link, close that up. We're going to add our pearl, add our square, add our last pearl. We're going to form that over our thumbnail. Give it a little bit of a trim and form our loop. Once we're done, we can add our jump ring to our end loop, add our lobster clasp, and close tightly. And here's our little dangle bracelet using the Marina Trench bead mix from the Octopus's Garden Magical Mystery Bead Box for the month of June, along with some of the links from the chain reaction included in the box. I hope this project inspires you to make some beautiful pieces using the Octopus's Garden Magical Mystery Bead Box for the month of June from Jessie James Beads.